Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jezyki.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast, brought to you by our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. I am Rick Camp alongside fellow fat Jezyki. And Jay, this has been a busy week for us. It feels like it's only been a couple days since we've talked because
it has. Yeah. If you missed our Between Two Fats episode on Friday, it makes sense that you might. You're not expecting it. It's not on your radar. But we talked to Kevin Coleman, the grill master at Weber, and it was a fantastic conversation. You can watch it on our YouTube page, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast, or you can listen on your favorite podcast app. Whatever you do, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, all that great stuff. You mentioned, social media. We're at I'mFatPod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We have our Patreon page, patreon.com/I'mFatPod. Help us out. Throw us a couple bucks a month, and we will greatly appreciate it. And that's it, right? Oh, if you want to leave us a voicemail, 708-858-3314. Let's get those questions and emails in. We've been slacking on those a little bit. I know it's end of summer. People are busy, but if you're driving around, you try something great, or you have a question that crosses your mind or an experience that you want to share, hit us up, 708-858-3314, or just send us an email, imfatpod@gmail.com. And of course, you can always tweet at us at imfatpod. And we see a good portion of those as our week goes on. Yep. So I can't get over how good that interview was on Friday.
Dude, it was, full disclosure, so jealous that I, like, even more than normal, that I don't have any outdoor space. I don't have a grill. I want to grill. I want to work through things. I want to learn things. I want to eat things.
Yeah.
And I don't have that opportunity via a grill because of my dumb building that I live in that doesn't have a damn balcony for me.
So I may have asked you this before and I just forgot. Do they have like an outdoor area with, like sometimes you go to the park and they've got those little, like those grills that are like built into the park and you just throw the charcoal underneath. Do you have anything like that?
We do. However, that area is kind of blocked off because of them having to replace, because it's like kind of under the building a little bit.
Yeah.
So it serves as like an overhang type thing.
Okay.
And that area is closed off because they were working on the roof So it's not available at the moment.
I used, as soon as we finished with Kevin, we recorded at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Yeah.
Yep.
So I went out and grilled for lunch and I did what he said. He was talking about the sausages. Like everyone just turns the grill up really hot and then the sausages crack and they're like, okay, the sausage is cracked. It's ready. It's like, you got to cook it slower, like lower heat. So I did. I put my Traveler around 325, put the sausages on there. And yeah, it took like 20-25 minutes, but they were perfect. Like there was no inconsistency to them. They didn't snap and lose all that cheese. So yeah, I mean, if you're a barbecue pro or if you're someone who just does burgers and dogs, there's something to learn for you on that episode. So go back and listen to it. Again, it's on our regular podcast feed. You'll see B2F grill tips with the Weber Grill Master. And then it's also on our YouTube page, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast. It's really good. Mm-hmm. If you know people that grill and smoke meats or whatever they do, just share the episode with them because I think they might learn it. My buddy Joey just got a new 8-foot smoker delivered, and it's his Facebook page is like his family kid is nowhere to be found because it's just him and his smoker and all the photos. So I'm going to send him the episode and say, hey, you might enjoy this. You might learn a thing or two. Not that, and again, he smokes all the time. He's a guy that bought a smoker that big. But just the little tips in there. And I know I was talking to Charlie the Bacon Guy, and he said, oh, there's some interesting things I hadn't considered when flavoring bacon or whatever that Kevin shared. So really, really good stuff. So check it out, Between Two Fats with Kevin Coleman, the Weber Grill Master. It was outstanding.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yesterday I'm out in Rockford. It's my godson's, by the way, 10th birthday.
Yikes.
I'm old. Like, I was there the day he was born. So yes, old. And I get home around midnight, 1 a.m. and sitting on my desk is this packaging.
Okay, if you're not watching on YouTube, it is clearly a Polish delight, which was my wrestling name. Jezyki, Jezyki, dark cherry. We looked up how to pronounce this before the show, and it's Jezyki, right? That's what we determined?
Yes.
Jezyki.
Yes. Jezyki.
So it looks like a, hold it up again.
Okay.
It looks a little bit like a Star Crunch.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like biscuit with, it looks like a little layer of the cherry and then maybe a little more biscuit and then like the chocolate with, I don't know if that's like hazelnut or what.
Yeah.
On top.
But
I'm going to give these a spin because apparently people don't like cherry that are around me. So you know what? Okay, so here's size wise.
All right.
It's
thinner than I thought.
Yeah, like there, and it's not as big around. Like it's definitely not as big as a Star Crunch or anything like that.
Story of my life. Yep.
Right.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
Smells delicious.
And Rick, there's cherry in this, so it's basically a salad.
Right.
Now, is it chewy or crunchy or both?
Both.
Oh, see, that looks good. Now hold it up. Let me see the interior of that bad boy. Oh. Yeah, I'm in. So crunchy biscuit and then like a layer of like soft cherry on top. That looks really good. Yep. Okay, if you want to, I don't know where you find something like this. You have to probably go to one of those European bakeries. But how is it spelled on the package? Jezyki.
Jezyki.
YKI. Pronounced Jezyki.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to a Polish market or a European market, ask for these.
Yep.
I wonder if they have other flavors.
Oh, there are. Hold on. Let me turn the packaging around.
Who doesn't like cherry? That's absurd.
Right? It's almost like that'd be a red flag for certain things.
One of many.
Okay. So I'm looking at classic.
Okay.
Coconut.
No.
There's just like a milk chocolate with cherry.
Good.
There is dark chocolate, coffee, and something else that I can't quite tell. Maybe like an almond type thing.
Okay. That was good. I will look for those.
Oh, messy. A little bit messy.
You're a little bit messy. They got a little melty in your hands there.
Yeah. But yeah, you can kind of see, maybe not. On the packaging, there's the different varietals.
Yeah. All right. That was good. I will look for those.
I definitely approve of these.
There's just something funny when we did our around St. Patrick's Day on our TikTok. We taste tested a bunch of Irish treats for my buddy Matt Stearman, who lives in Dublin. He sent us like a giant package of stuff.
Yeah, and by the way, this cherry also tastes like you can tell the difference of like an American artificial cherry taste versus this, which has a little bit more natural. Yes. Which is funny because actually cherry is one of the flavors that I almost prefer the fake flavor to the real flavor. But this strikes a really good balance.
You like the maraschino cherries that are in like the Shirley Temples? Like the candy cherries?
Much. Yeah. I'll take a like a Starburst, a cherry Starburst or something over an actual cherry. Like cherry.
Cherries are so expensive. And those Rainier cherries are fantastic, but they're like, you buy like one of those, you go to the produce store and there's like the grape bag.
Yeah.
You buy one of those of cherries, it's like $11.
Yeah, that's too much.
But they're really damn good. Yeah. I'll sit and eat a bowl of cherries and just spit the pits into the bowl all night. I love cherries. So good. By the way, speaking of red flags, I'm going to Disney on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we leave on Tuesday morning. I just killed Rick. I did that on purpose too. I'm sorry. A little thing for me and Rick. Sometimes there's things in the podcast for just us.
Yep. And I love us for it. That's great.
Ask us over an I'm Fat Burger at some point.
100%.
We'll share the story. But I'm going to Disney Tuesday. And, my friends Brian and Sarah, who have been promoted and they have earned the Los Angeles Bell because I talk about them so much. and they just got back. And the things they were and are most excited about is the food. I have not been to Disney. I'm trying to think. And I was asking my parents, and they were like, maybe you were like 11 or 12. I can't remember. So it's been a long time. And nothing in my memory as a budding fat child around that time, that's like when I started getting fat. Yeah. Was around 11 or 12. I have no recollection of the food there. Like, it just was not anything that imprinted itself on me.
See, and I even went more recently, and I don't have a great memory of the food. Like, I went maybe 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, I remember you going. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently that's the whole, like, for adults, like, that's the fun part. Like, there's these amazing bakeries and coffee shops and burger joints, and like, so I'm going to be documenting a lot of the food I eat on our TikTok and on our Twitter. So make sure you're following. And next week's episode, I'm actually back Saturday night, so you and I can record on Sunday, and I can recap the whole trip. But I'll keep an eye on our social medias, because I will be sharing some stuff from my Disney trip. But I'm really excited, man. Like, it's something we've had planned for a long time. Yeah. And I think anytime you do something like that, everything around it is like, how long until? And everything in the way, because I live my life as a series of events. Yes. Like, okay, what is the next hurdle I need to clear? Like, last weekend was my friend Jill's wedding. Yeah. So nothing beyond Jill's wedding was in my thought process. Like, let me get to that. And when I get to that, then I've got a week, and then it's Disney. And I have not thought about anything beyond Disney. Nothing. Good. If you don't have to, then why bother? Well, I mean, aside from like the usual work stuff and everything, but like, then my cousin Nick's wedding is like that's like everything is a ring. But the thing I was looking forward to the most, sorry, Jill, was the trip to Disney. And I feel like I've been waiting for this trip for 10 years. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Okay. Now it's 2 months. Now it's, a month and a half. Like, oh my God. It's like time's going backwards. And the other thing is, like, we're just like the Matrix with COVID. Like, oh yeah. Like trying to dodge it so we can make the trip. We went to the wedding. Now, to be fair, it could be monkeypox now too. That's true. That's true. That's true. So, okay. So last week, the COVID dodging has been quite a thing. Yeah. Thursday, I get my hair cut. Yeah. I had a Jill's wedding. Sunday, I get a text from my hairstylist. Hey, I just tested positive. Want to let you know. I'm like, okay, it's been 5 days. We both wore masks the whole time. She was behind me. We were not face to face at any point. Sure. So all clear there. I go see Jill on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. We had lunch. And she's like, oh, my friend tested positive. She was at the wedding. I'm like, good. I had a good 3 or 4 minute face-to-face conversation with her maskless. So that's like, come on. That's not great. So I have tested myself 3 or 4 times this week. I don't feel sick at all. Like, there's no symptoms at all. But I've just been like, okay, tonight, stay here. Tomorrow we head over to Hope's parents' house, and they're going to drive us in the morning on Tuesday. So I think we made it. Knocking on synthetic IKEA wood to make sure that that sticks. But man, that's been scary, because we were at the wedding, we had our masks, and we're looking at each other like, what? We're gonna be the 3 people in here, and like air's moving, all right, like, and is it really gonna help that if we're in a room this tight, the mask isn't really gonna help. No. So we were just kind of threw caution to the wind, and so you've got a lot of weddings this year. I know, because even with not being able to go to Connor's wedding as long as we're on COVID, and then I can't wait for our food report after Tony's wedding in October. I'm interested in how you're going to do at Tony's wedding. Yes. So I mean, there's gonna be some traditional. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no clue, because the wedding's at a Christian Reformed church. And then Tony Gill is black, and his wife is, I think she's Indian, correct? Yep. So the food at the wedding could be freaking awesome. I was going to say it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Yeah, like everything. I'm excited for all aspects of this. It's going to be super fun. Yeah, Tony's an awesome guy. Cool people are going to the wedding. Yep. Yeah.
Like if there's a good number of us at the same table, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Well, that was you didn't know me when I got married, but that was the So I got married at Ridge Country Club in Beverly, which is like where every Zawoski wedding ever has happened. And there's like the main dining room, and then there's like a little like wing. It's like it's a porch basically. They built like a sun porch, but it's all indoors. We're like, screw it, let's just put the score people in the sunroom, and it was amazing. Like it was like the kids' table, but the kids' room, you know. Yep. So they were separated from everybody, and they were just going off. I felt bad
probably for the best.
I'm going to drop a name here. John Weideman, the Hawks play-by-play guy who emceed my wedding, was like the lone adult at the score table.
Oh no!
I felt really bad for him, but yeah, he's like, I had a great time. It was wonderful. So anyway, yeah. It's I can't wait for that wedding. My cousin Nick's will be fun because now I've gone through all the phases. I've had my peers getting married.
Yep.
Which is like your late 20s, early 30s. Mm-hmm. Then your peers have kids.
Yep.
And then your cousins your younger cousins start to get married. Then they have kids. Yep. And now my old ass friend Jill finally found someone to love her. And and this is another cousin wedding, and then Tony's getting married, and Tony is a youngin on the score calendar, whatever you want to say. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I cannot wait. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Sure, let's go for this transition.
Yeah.
So another thing that was a lot of fun. The first full college football Saturday.
Yes.
That we had, and the Fats were represented, because I mean, I know you sent me one yesterday, but I think the one that got the most play was dude at the Iowa game, which, by the way, Iowa beating oh my god, South Dakota State. I kept wanting to say San Diego State, which is wrong. 7-3. Which you're like, okay, a touchdown and a field goal. Cool. I mean, not cool because there's a bunch of punts, but it happens. No. Iowa gets a field goal and 2 safeties to get to 7 points. And in this awful game, they cut to the crowd, and there is a Fat that is wearing an Iowa yellow tank top with like black trim on it, and then a yellow bandana, and he's wearing what used to be called like your baseball sunglasses, which are now just called Karen sunglasses.
Yeah, or MAGA sunglasses, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's got that thing going on and is like looking depressed, which I would be too if I was at that football game. So that guy made the rounds, and I think he really counts as like the first viral Fat of the college football season.
Definitely. And Jake shared it on the MFAT podcast fans page, and I commented, Ray Zakamsky, because if you and I had a child, it may look like this guy.
100%. Yeah, that's also like, what does the average fan at an Iowa game look like? The only thing he's missing is the yellow and black striped overalls.
Yes. Yeah.
That's literally all he's missing. Otherwise, it is picture perfect.
For me, I really like corn.
Yes, he really likes corn. That guy eats a lot of corn and probably hasn't pooped in a month.
Yes.
Yeah, he's that is a large fella.
Speaking of blowing up even more on social media, Corn Kid.
Corn Kid's having a life, man. We talked about it last week where maybe he's jumping the shark, but I've actually completely flipped on that. He's taken advantage of his 15 minutes, making the best out of it. He gets to visit South Dakota. Cool. He gets a Chipotle ad. He's been all over the place. So yeah, man, you've got he's got a couple, maybe a week left in the cycle for Corn Kid.
Yeah, he's had a corntastic month.
He has had a corntastic month.
I hope you will have a corntastic day.
And he's earned it. So good for him. And hopefully he's getting a little bit of money for some of the stuff he's doing.
Hopefully.
And these companies, and Chipotle's like, hey, we'll give you a free bowl if you come in and film a commercial. Like, give this kid some money. Help him on his, like, whatever he wants to do in life, help him along the way. You
Right.
know, I hope he's
Be a farmer.
without going crazy and being exploited by adults, which is what happens to young kids.
Yes.
It'd be nice to see him get a little bit of money for his efforts.
Yes.
Good for him. Awesome. I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to see if you know this.
Okay.
Because Hope was surprised, speaking of fat football players, staying on topic, when I mentioned my other college football team. Do you know who my other college football team is? This was a surprise to her.
Well, no, I don't.
The Florida Gators.
You know, they were that for me until Tim Tebow just, that whole thing. And
Took the
then I
steam
was
out of
just
it a little bit,
I was just
yeah.
like, enough.
Yeah.
I get it.
Good point.
But yeah, of
Yes.
those, of the three main Florida teams, they have the best uniforms. I don't think
great
it's
color
even
scheme.
Yeah, I
The
love
swamp
it.
is cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All that stuff is cool, and they've had some really cool guys play there, but not necessarily Tim Tebow
Yes, exactly. Okay, well, you didn't know that either. So
or
I guess
Aaron Hernandez. To be fair,
I think we could do this with every college.
other end of the spectrum.
Speaking
yes.
of Florida teams, today
Yes.
I am the world's biggest Florida State fan because, not to be crass, but fuck
Yeah.
Brian Kelly for eternity. And I hope that guy loses every game he ever coaches for the rest of his life. And I hope he gets rolled up on the sideline and his femur breaks.
Jeez.
Screw that guy.
Yeah, I know.
Genuine
No,
piece of crap. And even
Yeah.
as a Notre Dame fan, I disliked him.
Right. Yes, you did.
Oh, God, dude.
Yes, you did.
Sorry, small detour. Last night was so frustrating because Notre Dame is hanging in there. I'm like, this is not going to last. This is not going to. They played really well, and then they just ran out of gas in the fourth quarter.
See, I didn't see
The
a second
one
of the
time.
game. I was just keeping an eye on my phone because I might have taken Notre Dame plus 17 in a picks pool.
Good
Who's
for
to
you.
say?
You won.
But
And thank you to Ohio State for taking the knee at the end of the fourth quarter because
Yeah,
the
seriously.
ND defense was out of gas. But they kept Ohio State in front of them defensively, and the one time they blitzed the safeties, they're like, thank you very much, CJ Stroud, touchdown, game over. Damn it. Okay, the fat guy I found from the Gators,
Yes.
Mr. Desmond Watson, 6'5".
Okay.
I checked this 5 times, 5 different sources last night when I saw it for the first time. I thought somebody misspoke.
Yes.
6'5",
Mhm.
439.
American pounds.
Dude, how do you move?
I mean, 6'5" helps, but
Oh my God. And we were talking about the dumpy Madden asses.
yes.
He's got a dumpy Madden ass for sure.
Oh man.
6'5", 439.
What is he? Is he an offensive lineman
Defensive
or
tackle.
a defensive lineman? Okay.
Yeah.
Defensive tackle.
So Ted Washington, for reference,
yeah,
the guy that we
like
think
350.
375.
Okay.
Keith Traylor was the fatter of the two.
He was also shorter, if I remember right.
Let's see. Keith Traylor, 6'2", 340. So
Okay.
this kid's got 100 pounds
Oh my
on
God.
Keith Traylor. Jesus.
That is a lot.
Dude, how do you move?
I don't. Well,
I
if
guess
you're a
that's the
D
idea,
tackle
right?
And you're on the nose. Yeah, you got to play nose in like an odd front at that point, and it's just
Yeah. Dude,
Just
occupy
people.
You're probably too young.
Be a median.
Yeah, I know you know who the Fridge is, but you're probably too young to remember him as a player. He was 335. And that
He was athletic as hell.
And that was comically big.
Yes.
This kid's got 105 pounds on William Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, and he wears number I think he's number 21, which is the
Oh,
oddest.
that's the best looking number on a jersey.
It's the weirdest looking thing on a field is to see a guy that big.
Well, I see. Okay, so I'm generally here for wear whatever number you want.
Me too.
But was it Lewis Nix that wore number 1?
Mhm.
And I was like, no, man.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that.
Irish chocolate. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Like when it looks like the number wasn't completed on your uniform
Or get like hidden in your shoulder pads.
Yes, exactly. Like that shouldn't happen.
So Notre Dame has a thing where like a lot of college teams do this, and soccer teams do this too, where like the number means something. Like numbers are given to important players.
Yeah, like certain numbers at certain places.
Notre Dame, it's like 1, 3, 7. Like those numbers are usually given to more important players on the team.
Yeah, like number 1 is the best receiver at Michigan, generally like that. I remember that's one of them.
So that was sort of he was a very important part of that Notre Dame team.
Yes.
So that's why. But I do like this. It is confusing as a fan though.
Yeah.
Like to adjust your football brain to seeing like number 4 on the defensive line. I will say like the D-backs haven't really like you haven't seen any like safeties wearing 50, which is helpful.
Yes.
But
like keeping the offensive linemen, where they have to be. And obviously there's more logistical stuff behind that. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm cool with like just keep your defensive linemen in double digit, or at least your D tackles in double digit numbers.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Yep. Fair.
If they're wide enough to possibly have 3 numbers on their jersey, then make them at least have 2 numbers on their jersey. That should be a thing. It should, for defensive linemen, it should always be you're allowed to do the max you can fit comfortably on a jersey -1. That's what you're allowed.
I like that. That's nice. That's a good strategy. I was always 55. That was my number of choice was 55 in football.
I didn't play long enough to remember what my number was.
I was like 53. Mm-hmm. I wore like my first year ever. I wore 45.
Okay.
I've had some weird numbers, but they were usually 53, 55. I was usually one of those two.
I would have probably been in that range because I was playing guard on offense and nose on defense. Yeah. So
guards. I was center, guard, and defensive tackle were my positions. But so 53 was always like, well, you can't have 53. Someone older than you has 53. So vice versa.
55.
I want 55, so I get 53 as a backup.
Yeah,
because it's the closest thing. And of course, like 57 would always be taken. So
yeah.
Anyway,
it's so funny. The high school football season started, and I hadn't paid any attention because like my high school's always awful at football, and then I just realized how awful. When I looked up the score of the first game and I was like, okay, cool. Lost 51-0. And this is after moving to in theory, an easier conference so that they would be more competitive. And you know what they are?
Not competitive.
They are not competitive. Possibly even less competitive than they were when it was the old school DVC. Went from the DVC with all your Wheatons and Napervilles and Glenbard North and all that to now it was the Upstate 8, and then more movements happened. So I don't even know what the hell it is anymore. But either way, I think it was like South Elgin beat them like 51-0. And yeah, made the playoffs once since the 70s, though.
Nice. Congratulations on that team.
Yeah, right. I was a junior. I was there see that.
You witnessed the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I know you had a chunky boy on your list too.
Oh, that's right. I got my guy from Eastern Illinois. I went to the NIU Eastern Illinois game on Thursday.
Okay.
And I saw 99 running out there, and I was like, oh my God, this guy is like the perfect combination of short and fat. Like when Doug and OB would always talk about a Coke machine.
Yes.
That's what this guy is. Like he is a square. He is a square with a head and legs.
He's SpongeBob with a little more muscle on the arms and legs.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So the guy's name is Jaron Hacha. He's a defensive lineman in Eastern Illinois. Apparently he's from Frankfort, went to Lincoln Way East.
Oh, nice.
5'11".
Checks out.
Listed weight, I have some questions about.
Okay.
Listed at 305.
No way.
No, to be a square, he weighs more than that.
Squares are heavy. They're very dense.
Yes, it's a very dense square. Yeah. Even with being 5'11", there's no way he only weighs 305. I'm sorry. There's just no chance in hell.
See, Rick, we have stumbled into something here. Mm-hmm. The fat football player of the week could be something we definitely feature. on the I'm
True.
Fat podcast because we are
like
going to
it.
have. There's so many games on all the time. There's like what is it still 119 D1 programs or whatever it is?
Oh, there's more than that.
There's
now.
just show.
I
There's
want to
just
say we're like 130.
there's games on all the time. So if you identify a fat during a game, send it to us on the fan page on Facebook or email us. I'm fatpod@gmail.com, and maybe you could get the Fat Player of the Week, and we should have that sponsored by Frato's,
Yeah, right.
home of the I'm Fat Burger and presenter of the Fat Football Player of the Week, Frato's Culinary Kitchen. Go check them out in Schaumburg, 628 South Roselle Road, FratosPizza.com, FratosBakery.com. Rick did a great job last week of really just detailing all the great food they have there. We've taught you for months. It's almost been a year, right? Since the I'm Fat Burger debuted.
It's been a year. It's
Yeah.
been over.
Oh,
'cause I
yeah,
think
it's
it was
been over
July.
a year. July, that's right. God damn.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So over a
Hold
year.
on, Eastern has a guy, Rashid Anderson, who's 6'5", 360.
Save it. We got to save these. Make a
Okay.
file.
From Oak Park.
All right. See, how good to see Chicago representing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Frato's, get the I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza. The food there is great. I had an outstanding catering experience from them. Just fantastic. And you know the food's good. You've been there a bunch of times, but anytime you cater from somewhere, it's sometimes a little different, can be hit or miss. They knocked it out of the effing park. Everybody loved it. I'm getting thank you notes from Hope's grandma and like, you're the miracle of the party. It's like, we just went to a place we knew was going to do a kick-ass job. That wasn't
Yeah.
difficult. Frato's was the easy part. So go visit them in Schaumburg, 628 South Roselle Road, FratosPizza.com, FratosBakery.com. All right, taste test.
Okay.
Did it last night. Saw the ads pounding me during college football. The Wingstop chicken sandwich.
Phrasing. Yes.
It is out. Yes, it did pound me relentlessly for hours and hours. What's great about this
Okay.
is you can get it in any of their flavors.
Oh, okay.
So they've got all those, and there's a new sauce they have. I think it was honey barbecue or like spicy honey barbecue dry rub, which we did not
Ooh.
try last night. I wanted to, but we
Yes.
placed our typical order. And then I got a chicken sandwich. I got just the original hot because I wanted to
Okay.
try it. And, have you had the buffalo chicken sandwich at Bona?
No.
Okay. If you've had that, very similar.
Mhm.
Good crunch, not like it's not like the Popeyes where it's like,
Yeah.
it's a good crunch, a nice snap to the chicken, very well made. It's basically, if you like their boneless wings,
Yeah.
it is a giant boneless wing on a patty.
Nice.
It was really good. I think it's $5.39 is the price for the sandwich.
Oh, that's not bad. What is it like size wise, give or take?
I would say not as thick as a Popeyes, obviously.
Okay.
But it is like a burger size, so it's like a standard like brioche burger bun.
Mhm.
Nice. The bun was really good too. The bun was delicious. I don't know. I would just say standard. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it wasn't overly big. It wasn't small by any means. It was
Sure.
about what you
Okay.
would expect. Like maybe the size of Portillo's, maybe slightly bigger.
Oh, okay. Because like I was thinking with the price that it would be maybe a smidge smaller. I don't know.
No, it's a good, and like everything at Wingstop, it's like a really good value. And a good thick patty, like a big hunk of, like I guess you would say like the fattest part of the boneless wing would be like the
Yes.
majority of the sandwich. It was
Okay.
really good. It's not going to dethrone Popeyes or anything, but
Right.
I said it is definitely in the conversation. It's definitely rotation worthy for your fast food needs. If you don't want to eat a whole pile of boneless wings in your car, this is a good
Yeah.
option. And I'll just say again, every time I go, I re-verify that lemon pepper, man.
Yeah.
It is something.
Okay. I have a theory now with
Okay.
this, with
All
this
right.
information. If you go Monday or if you're in the camp that we are of boneless wings or maybe this chicken sandwich, Monday or Tuesday, if you go, if you
Mhm.
get the Wingstop hankering, you go with the boneless wings because that's when they have the cheap boneless wings.
Yes.
If you go any other day of the week, then maybe the chicken sandwich is more the move.
You really
Just-
can't go
just a
wrong.
thought.
Especially too if you're I'm trying to think. So we got the 20-piece boneless,
Mm-hmm.
and then we added 5.
Okay.
And that comes with fries and like 2 dips. And that fed like, so the 25 boneless wings fed the 3 of us. Like they're big.
Yeah.
You know, Addie
really are.
Addie gets the Hawaiian, and then Hope and I share we usually split the Cajun, the original hot, and the lemon pepper.
Okay.
So we share those. And it's like $32.
Yeah. For 3 people, that's a bargain.
Yeah, it's great. It's so really enjoyed the sandwich. I will be getting them off. And what's nice about it too is now I can just kind of like, because I only really go to Wingstop when I am ordering for the family. Like it's like wing night. You know, I don't really go in there myself.
Sure.
This will change that. And I think they know that. I think people will now make it a point to stop in a Wingstop, get a sandwich, and go.
Yeah.
So outstanding.
That makes me happy because I have a Wingstop 10 minutes away, maybe.
Yeah, they were. I really liked it, and I'm really interested to try like the other sauces and flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
That, like I know like you can do that at B-dubs, but a lot of people don't
Sure.
take out B-dubs.
No.
You know.
And also, like we've talked about this, the quality at Wingstop is better than the quality at
It is,
B-dubs.
and certainly more consistent. I will say
Yes.
like the best B-dubs is better than Wingstop, but you're looking at like a 30% success rate when you're going to get top-notch B-dubs.
Exactly.
More often than not, I'm like, does this even count as a boneless wing? It's like a little nub and it's hard and there's barely any chicken in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shut up. You already know that about me.
It was just the lead in was
I know,
too
I can't help it.
I couldn't let that go. but yeah, no, I would much rather take the consistency than in that instance than play the ceiling game. This isn't fantasy football.
And also like B-dubs is like we went to B-dubs, it was like $60 for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? And it was on like BOGO day. Anyway. All right, a couple other things I had this week.
Yes.
Both starting with Q. I went to Q-BBQ and LaGrange for lunch yesterday because we went to the batting cages, Stella's and Lions, which isn't. If you've ever been to Stella's and Lions, it's such a great place. It's like an indoor batting cage, but it's like garage doors. So it's like super ventilated and it's weatherproof. Yeah. And their food there, we didn't eat yesterday because we knew we were going to lunch, but it's way better than it has the business being. Stella's has like legitimate sushi that people like travel to have.
Really?
And this is a batting cage. I'm not kidding you. Like they have legitimate, like very, very good sushi. Not like something you would have downtown, right?
Sure.
But like in terms of quick sushi, it's right up there. And then just like standard like ballpark food that's really, really good. So we go there, spend about $20 on tokens for the 3 of us. We're just hitting some balls. And then we go to Q in LaGrange, right there in downtown LaGrange, which has been a go-to of mine for a long time. But every time I go there, it's like I'm reminded how good it is.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I have, Rick, just as I fired ketchup a few weeks ago, I have not strictly, but I've become a defaulting to vinegar style barbecue sauce guy.
Really?
Yeah, it's my go-to now. Wow, I love it. And Q's is good too because it's a little bit thicker than your standard vinegar sauce. Like sometimes the vinegar is like just like water.
So runny, yeah.
Yeah. Q's is a little bit thicker, so it's easier to put on a sandwich and not just like drip all over the place. But man, Q is so good. I got just a pulled pork sandwich with a side of the mashed potatoes with brisket gravy.
Oh, yeah.
And then some extra hush puppies. Addie got the bacon mac and cheese, which is mac and cheese filled with bacon.
Yes.
And then Hope got the pulled pork, but she got it Q style, which is a slice of Gouda cheese and coleslaw on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were all just like, we got to come here more often.
Yep.
It's not close for us at all.
Okay.
But damn, I have therapy right there, which is helpful. So I get to go there once a month at least. But Q was great. And then I went to Qdoba again.
Okay.
After you and Lawrence and everybody were talking that shit on Twitter. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit.
Okay.
Truth.
I go to Qdoba. I get a burrito. Like, I want the Spanish rice. Give me the pinto beans. Time to go to the meats. I go, I'll have carnitas. She goes, what's that? I go, well, carnitas is pork. They didn't know what carnitas were, Rick. That's a problem. And also, the carnitas were in the tiny little serving thing, not the big one, which means they don't turn over a lot of carnitas.
Yeah.
That said,
Mm-hmm.
the carnitas are better than Chipotle's carnitas.
Okay.
I got queso on there, the standard queso,
Yeah.
hot salsa,
Yep.
and let's see, rice, beans, queso, hot salsa. Yeah, that's it. That's what I got.
Yeah.
I feel like queso, and I've said this about sour cream, and I've said this about, I feel like it washes it out a little bit.
Interesting.
Because I like my first bite had just the, like, the burrito. Sometimes not everything gets everywhere.
Yeah.
So my first bite was just carnitas.
Yeah.
And then as I got to the queso, I'm like, I'm not tasting the carnitas anymore. Which could be why I prefer Chipotle. Because I want to taste the stuff more than I want it to be a queso vehicle. And the queso is great.
Okay.
So next time I go, and I'll go again soon, it's pretty close to me. I'm going to do a burrito sans queso. I'll get some cheese in it.
Sure.
And I'm going to side of queso and chips.
That's a good move. Because then if you're really feeling like you're missing it, you can always like pour some on there or something.
Yeah, or
like
dip
that.
it or whatever. Yeah, I just felt like the queso kind of took away from, because the first bite, I got those carnitas. I'm like, damn, that's really good. Like complex flavors, really, really delicious. And then from then on, I'm like, I just lost all that because it's just queso dominating everything.
I wonder, it's interesting because like when I go, I've never gotten the carnitas. Like I've gotten,
try them.
I'll get the steak or I'll get the ground beef.
Okay.
And I don't feel like I get that same sensation with those, but it could just be because of the meat. Maybe the queso is more made for like a steak burrito, but maybe not as much for the carnitas.
Well, I don't know. I was going to say like, well, pork's not usually a food you eat with cheese, but neither is, well, I guess you beef and cheese with burgers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's actually, like my thought process is right, but it's kind of what comes to mind.
Yeah.
In that regard. So I'm not sure. Not sure, but I'm going to still love Qdoba. And the crazy thing for me, and believe me, I know this is as big of an upset as anything.
For me, I really love cone. I don't know. You said that and my brain went there. I'm sorry.
Yep, of course, because it's been pounded. If you've been on TikTok at all, it's been pounded into your head.
It's got the juice. You've heard the song, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
I'm sorry. I'm derailing the show.
I think Marty sent me a video of a like high school marching band that like took the drum line instead of their sticks, they just had ears of corn.
Oh,
and
nice.
we're playing and the song was going, and then like everybody in the band had stuff. It was like really cheesy and corny, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. What? It's a pun about corn.
It is.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I've got it. I've got it at this point. Yes.
Anyway, I derailed your queso thought.
No, I think that was pretty much it.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
Do we have anything else we need to get to? I think we're.
I'll do one quick thing, and then you said you had a me moment.
Oh, I did have a you moment.
Okay,
yes, I did.
So before that, I went to Noodles and Company for the first time in forever.
Okay.
I don't know, just kind of had the taste for it.
Yeah.
Got the buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Had not had it. Really good.
Also, home of a good Rice Krispie treat.
Yes, that's also true. Yeah, and not like it's not like the one at oh my god, why am I blanking on it? The one down the street that we talked about from the Score.
Oh, Bockwinkel's.
Thank you, Bockwinkel's. Yeah. So it's not like that one where it's super dense. It's definitely a little more separated than that. But yeah, the one at Noodles is really good. But yeah, I've generally gone buttered noodles with the Parmesan crusted chicken breast. That's awesome when I go there. So I was like, okay, I want to try something different, want a little kick to it. So, and they use the Frank's Red Hot sauce, which, as we did the taste test on the old Bernstein and McKnight show, remember that Frank's won out. So it's a good hot sauce, solid chicken, and the mac and cheese. It's good. It's just really good.
Their pad thai. I usually get the pad thai there, and if you're I know have you ever had pad thai?
No, not there at least.
That would be a good place to start if you've never had it, because it's just very basic. Yeah. There's nothing crazy. I mean, pad thai is very basic anyway, but if you're curious, go for it. All right, my Rick moment.
Yes.
I've done this for years. I never taught you about this. We have no food in our house because we're going out of town for a week. Yeah. So anything perishable is gone. So our breakfast options were limited. So I have a bag of Mateys cereal, which is like the generic Lucky Charms.
Okay.
So I poured myself the bowl, no milk. I eat dry cereal. I'm weird. It's fine.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. And I ate all the non-marshmallow pieces first. So I just had a bowl of marshmallows at the end. Yes. Which is like awesome. You sorting your skin. You're a big food sorter.
Yes.
Yes. I ate all the, I don't know what you call it, the puffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ate all the puff
like
pieces
the actual
first,
cereal.
like just grinding through them, like half crying, like a horrible experience. And then just had a big bowl of marshmallows right in front of me. And it was delightful. It was totally worth the work of sorting through.
I was going to say that's much more meticulous than my Skittles.
I know. I'm just sitting here
impressive.
though. I'm like loading in the voicemails, like copying the emails. It's like I'm just picking away. And at the end, I had a reward of a big bowl of marshmallows.
Nice.
I'm sorry, air quotes.
Yes.
Marshmallows.
Yeah. True. Yes. Yeah. It's like they have to have it. It's like there's got to be a Y in there somewhere, right? Like wings.
The Z. Marshmallow Milos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried. I don't know what possessed me to do this week. And this probably sounds really weird because it probably is. I just wanted something like to snack on around the house, and that didn't have chocolate on it. And I was at the store and I saw the Mission Extra Puffy Tortillas, the flour tortillas.
I don't think I've seen those.
If you just want something that like you're not going to utilize it as a taco, I almost view it closer to like a pita in a way.
Okay.
So like all I did was a little bit of butter, rolled it up, ate it, and it was wonderful. It sounds incredibly stupid.
No, it doesn't.
And maybe this is just a me thing, but like that, because because then like when you roll it up, it starts to really get a little bit denser that way because it's pretty light, because obviously it's the extra puffy ones. But like if you like kind of doughy, like that kind of sensation, it's really good.
Interesting. I just had a vision because I've taught you about this. My mom eats nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm going, as soon as we hang up, I'm going grocery shopping for my parents. Maybe I'll do maybe I'll make her some roll-ups with like lunch meat and cheese and that stuff.
So when
if I just laid some ham or laid some turkey in there, roll it, stick a toothpick in it, she can just go in the fridge, grab one of those and eat it.
100%.
All right. I might do that.
We do that sometimes, like on these trips up to Minnesota. We'll bring a little bit of lunch meat and like do something like that.
Okay. All right. I'm inspired. Good job, Rick.
Yes.
Thank you for, all right. I got to write that down.
I serve a purpose.
P. Diddy Tortillas. Got it. All right. Sorry. Ready?
You're an idiot. Yes.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
Ask a Fat, as always, is brought to you by our buddy, Charlie the Bacon Guy, and here he is with this week's Bacon Report.
Thanks, Jay. This week's bacon flavors are maple pepper, chorizo, and the new one is paprika. I know a lot of you wanted the Old Bay. It was just a little bit too salty for my liking. We're going to rework it and see if we can't knock it out for next month or the month after that. For bacon jams, we have the original, the bourbon, and the chili rojo. That one turned out really great. I'm really happy that a lot of you have already ordered it. For merchandise, we have the hockey jerseys, t-shirts, stickers, winter hats, and ball caps. Oh, and those beer fridge magnets. Make sure you add on those to your bacon orders today. It's time to start thinking ahead for the winter holiday season. Get your pre-orders in now to make sure I have enough bacon to go around. Last year was a doozy of a season, and I'm hoping to replicate that again. If you want a specific flavor, now's the time to pre-order it, and maybe we can get a whole batch together. If you want the ranch bacon or the Korean barbecue bacon, regular barbecue bacon, red wine bacon, cherry Dr. Pepper bacon. But pre-ordering is the way to go for the holiday season. Make sure you get those started soon. That's all for this week. Talk to you next time. For the Bacon Report, I'm Charlie the Bacon Guy.
All right, a lot of info in there. I like that he tried the Old Bay and was like, "This is not right, so I'm not going to sell it." Smart.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think what Charlie, now that I'm an expert, because we talked to Kevin Coleman on Between Two Fats last Friday, find out what is in Old Bay, because all it is a blend of seasonings, and just cut the salt in half, maybe. I don't know, make it yourself. You have to go from scratch and build it appropriately, but sounds paprika. Yes. Sounds really good. All this, man, I forgot about the cherry Dr. Pepper. I got to get some of that. Yeah, and the holiday thing is no joke. Like, Charlie gets incredibly busy around the holidays. So if you think you want to order some bacon for friends and family, now is the time to start thinking about it. Get in touch with Charlie. Start working out a plan, a game plan. Like, if you're not sure all the flavors he's capable of making or that he's made before, send him an email. CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com. You can also find him on Instagram at CZTheBaconGuy and on Twitter at CharlieTheBaconGuy. Nope, I did it backwards again. Instagram is at CharlieTheBaconGuy. Twitter is at CZTheBaconGuy. His DMs are open on all those, so just get in touch with him, and you guys can work out a plan on getting some bacon. I did this last year, got some bacon for my brothers-in-law, and they were like, they still talk about it. It was a huge hit at Christmas. It ships ready to go. It freezes up beautifully. So even if you order it now, just to check it off your list, it freezes perfectly. There's no freezer burn. Everything is vacuum sealed. It's going to last as long as you need it to last. Every now and again, I'll have some bacon from Charlie I forget about in my freezer, like my chest freezer. I'm like, oh crap, look, I found, like the other day, I found the stout bacon, another thing of stout bacon in there. And was like, oh damn, yes, let's make this. And it thaws beautifully. I'm really big on freezer burn. I hate it. It is the grossest thing in the world. Like, if I open ice cream and there's like a little speck of frost, I chuck the whole thing. Oh yeah. I hate, like, I have a thing about freezer burn. Charlie's bacon, it does not happen. It lasts forever. So jump on it, get on it early, get those orders in. CharlieTheBaconGuy@gmail.com, at CharlieTheBaconGuy on Instagram, at CZTheBaconGuy on Twitter. We've got one voicemail today. This is from our buddy Jason. 708-858-3314 is the number.
Hey, Fats. It's Jason from Oshkosh. I am just right now leaving Willie Nelson's Crap Your Pants Ranch. It's about a 20-minute drive home.
Ooh.
I hope I don't have to give you a call for a follow-up. Keep up the good work.
20 minutes? That's just about... 20 minutes is like just about when I started feeling the bubbling.
Okay.
Because I went from Tinley Park to Bridgeport.
Oh, okay.
And right about right about when I got on 55, I was like, very close. Very, very close to not making it. But I made it.
Yeah.
My record of not doing that as an adult is still intact. Knock on synthetic IKEA wood.
I know. I know the location. I found out this week the location in Naperville has moved. It is now on Route 59, like kind of right in that I don't know if that's Naperville or Aurora or whatever it's considered, because it had been off of, I forgot the cross street. It doesn't really matter that much. Either way, it's on 59, a little further south than it was before. So
okay,
if you're looking for that one, it is there. I haven't been to one in so long that now I'm like, well, I want a $20 steak and some, like,
we should probably
nice
whiteboard
sides.
what Willie Nelson's Crap Your Pants Ranch is for any new listeners.
This is true.
That's Texas Roadhouse, where I had the closest call of my adult life. Literally asked myself, if I just let this happen in the car, will my then fiance still agree to marry me? And I was fortunate enough to somehow get home, get up the stairs, and well, it was done before my seat hit the toilet, but I did make it with very little issue.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of issue, but hey, no mess. No mess, no stress.
The
food was great, by the way.
Yeah, the food's really good.
Yeah, I'm not telling you not to go there. I'm just telling you, have a plan.
Yeah. Yes. Like, I mean, the rolls,
yes,
like the butter, the side. Yes. It's all really, really good. And quite frankly, it's been too long since I've been there. So I might just have to, make myself a trip sometime soon. And,
just avoid railroad crossings, avoid highways with construction.
I almost want to play with fire and just see how I stack up compared to you and be like, can I go to one that's like a half hour away from me?
Oh man, just get a tarp for your car.
Okay, fair enough.
Be careful. All right, that was the voicemail. If you want to leave us one, please do. 708-858-3314. Now we got some emails to answer.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
The email portion of Ask a Fats brought to you by Mazda of Orland Park. I am so glad my CX-5 is back. I really missed that car. I drive a 2015 CX-5. I drive a 2022 CX-30. Both
at the
purchased.
Same time?
Yes, I just have one foot. One of them is a European edition.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's the steering wheel's on the right side. I just straddle and drive both at the same time. It's really awesome. And then when I'm at Willie Nelson's ranch, I just veer so the middle opens up and just let it go, and then just just turn them right back to each other. I'm gonna buy a Mazda for life because A, they're the two best cars I've ever owned, hands down. And B, the experience at Mazda of Orland Park is second to none. The service, the commitment, the communication, the effort, the extra mile they go to make sure things are the way you need them to be and the way you want them to be, and they make anything that goes wrong, they make right. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful car. Go see Eric Vates or give him a call, 708-444-3200. 8910 West 159th Street in Orland Park. Mazda of OrlandPark.com. All right, got email here from Joe. Says, wanted to share an important item for the day that I just ran across at DXL, and it's changed my mornings forever. If you're like me, the last step before heading off to work is putting on a pair of shoes. Yes, as Fats, we have two basic options. Option one is to untie and then tie your shoelaces every morning. This usually results in an untucking of your shirt and a struggle to reach your laces without breaking a sweat. Option two, which Rick to me is the only option, is to jam your fat foot into an already tied shoe and wedge a fat finger into the back of the shoe and attempt to ease it in. He says, gentlemen, now there's a third option. I would like to introduce you to the DXL shoe horn. It's about 24 inches long and eliminates the need to bend at the waist at all. Now putting on shoes is a breeze. It's high quality and specifically designed for Fats. It's a life changer. I have attached a photo here, Rick, and I don't know if the photo really does it justice. But it is it almost looks like a baseball bat with a string. Like that's how big it is.
Either that or a back scratcher without the teeth.
Yes, that is a good way to put it. Absolutely. This is a cool thing. If I go to DXL, I might buy one of these. By the way, I went to get some new shoes for the trip, and I saw these new Skechers that are designed to just shove your foot in.
Okay.
As it goes with Skechers sometimes, they're not the most stylish shoes in the world.
Remember when Skechers were for the kids?
Yeah.
Like decades ago?
But I will say the slip-in method works beautifully.
Oh.
So if you're a Skechers person, go check these out. I've owned Skechers before, by the way. No judgment. I just sometimes get frustrated because, man, I wish these were just a little more stylish.
Yeah.
But the slip-in thing works great. And, the Hey Dudes that I wear all the time? They've got a ton of those at Shoe Carnival. That's where I was, Shoe Carnival.
Oh, okay.
So tried the slip-ons on at Shoe Carnival and then the Hey Dudes there. But I got some new Adidas gym shoes for the trip because I need something with a little more support.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, even if I could fit into those, I probably would not that way because I need to tie my shoes every single time. I hate having my shoes being loose.
Oh, okay.
So I need to tie them every single time. And then sometimes I'll try and retie them because I'm like, well, my left foot feels tighter than my right. And then, but there's also, like small variations in everybody. He's like one foot is just slightly bigger than the other or something. I assume my left foot is a little bit bigger than my right because the left foot will feel fine. I tie it the exact same way with the right. And I'm like, I don't know. So then I don't know. I can't deal with just the slip-on method.
I think every pair of shoes I've ever owned has been tied once.
Right.
I just jam my foot in there. I never untie and retie. Never. Unless I'm like, okay, I'll say if I'm going to like play basketball or something or, then I will retie them so they're tighter with more support. But I am a shover. You ever see me walking away from you, look at the heels of my shoes and they are trashed.
I don't know why. I can't. And the funny thing is the only slip-on shoes I own are dress shoes. Like my black dress shoes are slip-on.
You would love some Hey Dudes, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They're stylish. They're super comfortable. There's no laces. They pop right on. They're great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to do that.
Yep.
All right. The next one here is from Jamie, who sends us a tweet from Darren Ravel, which usually would get you banned. However, in this case, it will not. The tweet from Darren Ravel says, new at Dallas Cowboys games, the fried mozzarella burger, fried mozzarella sticks. It looks like 3 on there, marinara, burger, and pepper jack cheese.
Yes. I would eat the hell out of this thing.
Yes.
If you're watching on YouTube again, you can see all the photos on YouTube. This is why it's a fun thing to watch. Here's my thing, Rick. What's underneath the mozzarella sticks?
It looks like lettuce.
Here's the deal. Why, when you are inventing a burger that is designed to go viral, designed to be unhealthy, designed to be gluttonous, do you just arbitrarily throw lettuce on there? Lettuce has no flavor. Right. Lettuce has no nutritional value aside from maybe a little bit of fiber. There is no point in putting lettuce on this thing.
Yeah, pooping's not going to be the issue with this.
You're going to have plenty of no problem getting rid of this thing. It's just so weird. It's like someone's like, let's make this disgusting burger that only the fattest and grossest people are going to eat. Oh, we should probably put some lettuce on there. What?
Whoa.
Come on, it's just dumb.
You called it disgusting.
No, I just mean in general. Like when people make these like monstrosity burgers.
Okay.
Like why everyone seems to do this. To throw on lettuce arbitrarily.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't get it. It's not even like there's enough. It's not even like a leaf to where you could be like, okay, they want a color variety or something. No, it's just like a scant couple pieces.
Yeah.
And like, that's it.
Yeah. It's just like if you ever have a salad, it's like what's left in the bottom of the bowl. They just like put it on a sandwich. It's brutal. All right.
I don't get it.
Yeah. It's stupid. It's just pointless, purposeless. All right, from Jake from Crown Point, he says, besides the obvious, Casey's General Store pizza, are there any gas station foods that are worthy of trying or being added to the fat map? This is a big blind spot for me. I'm not a big gas station food guy because, frankly,
same here.
We live in Chicagoland and there are so many good, cheap food options everywhere that I don't even really consider it. I will say there's a Delta Sonic by us that just got redone, and they have pizza slices that looked very edible. But I can't vouch for them one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, and even going into like a 7-Eleven, I don't have much desire to get anything off of the spinning racks.
Yeah.
I don't have much desire to do that. Maybe for the sake of the podcast, I will, but yeah, and the thing is now, even gas stations are getting away from that because as we've talked about before, more and more new gas stations aren't just having the random racks of food. They're having actual businesses be the food.
Right.
Like what's there's the one by the Qdoba by me. I want to say it's like Laredo Taco or something like that.
Yeah.
There's
one Lance keeps sending us too. Or no, it's Grimace keeps sending us oh man, it has like a mozzarella patty burger. I can't think of what it's called, but that's another gas station food place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They're up in the game. So I think some of the stuff is becoming a little bit of a thing of the past. Maybe not at like a 7-Eleven where that's just kind of established. It's what it is. And that's what they're going to do. But at gas stations where it seems like the tides are turning towards a little bit better of food, maybe to get you to stop while you're already there for the gas. You might as well get a meal too and get a little more money out of you. Okay.
Yeah.
I see them and I like the move.
Yep. Last one we have here is from Dale. Send us this on Twitter. It is a bag of Fritos chips. Said he found these in Kentucky, barbecue flavor.
Yes.
How has that not been a thing before?
Yes.
That can't be bad. I mean, that's great. I'm not big. Like I've sort of veered from barbecue chips over the few years, but barbecue Fritos, hell yes.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Yeah, like the closest we've had is like the honey barbecue twists.
Yeah.
With those. But like outside of that, there really hasn't been just a straight barbecue option. So, as I said before, yes.
So, wait, checking my notes. So you are yes on those. Okay, good.
Yes.
Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yes.
All right.
I am.
Let's tie a bow on this bad boy and
all
so I
right.
can go shopping for my parents.
Enjoy that. Follow us on all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod, at gmail.com, Patreon and TeePublic. Check that out, especially the TeePublic. There's always a sale going on, or if there's not, check back 6 hours later and there probably will be. And even if you don't want our stuff, just, give it the old perusal, starting with our link, and we get a kickback anyway, which is awesome. YouTube.com/I'm Fat Podcast to see all the, especially now that we're getting pictures on a lot of the emails and stuff, it pays even more to be watching the YouTube. And subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, all that stuff for the regular podcast to help us juke the numbers. Leave the old 5-star rating. I haven't checked today, but I think we're still right on the precipice of 500 reviews. So let's get that taken care of. And yeah, check out our sponsors. Charlie the Bacon Guy. Start getting your bacon plans in order. Mazda of Orland Park. Drive your new car to go get said bacon from Charlie. And Frato's Culinary Kitchen, where they just have great food.
Yeah.
So for Jay, I'm Rick. This is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you have a fantastic day.